So, new year, new problems. Anyway, hey everybody, this is Retrokid Reviews. Happy New Year. Officially, I think this will be the last day of the week that I'm going to probably mention the new year before getting back to regular news and stuff like that. So before we get to that, no, I will not be doing my figure reviews for X-Men Chode Wave not Pens. Yeah, Monet had a lot of names in the comics. I'm still Wikipediaing as I go along for researching for this review. She's going to be a double review with her and Bishop over there, so we're going to leave these figures aside. Also, maybe I'll do a quick 60-second short displaying, I guess, the body molds between her and last year's release, Elektra Daredevil, so maybe I'll get to that when we get to that. More importantly, today, we're going to be doing a quick top 5, I know, another one, but I'll try to keep it brief. It is my most anticipated reviews that I will be trying to do for the channel, and I am trying my best to display the figures in a nice way as a cast, I guess, audience attention. So with that said, let's get to my two honorable mentions. The first of which is Madam Web. I'm already putting this in the honorable mentions front because I'm almost certainly going to have to review this as the Clone Spider-Man crew. Best guess on the Clone Saga front there, and it's called Spider-Front. Yeah, Kane will come back for this review, so just going to let that sink in for next month. The other honorable mention for movies that are already out in theaters is Night Swim. Is in the same producing front as, like, the guys that did Megan, last year, and James Wan helped produce it. For those who know, James Wan's was already here on the channel review-wise for the Aquaman sequel, but he's also well known for horror, for like the Conjuring series, The Nun, and most of Blumhouse's productions afterward. The real reason why I'm talking about it here is because I found out through my own research, and I think Jeremy Johns, when he did his review, Card 2, by the way, that it actually spawned off of a short back in 2014. So 10 years later, it became a January dump, a horror movie, but, well, what are you gonna do? So, on to the rest of the top 5 proper, getting to the point. Yeah, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2 might have already got a rename. The real reason why I didn't mention it last year in the top 5 reviews, or I guess movies of the year. It got pretty crowded after Barbenheimer, and so did this movie box office-wise when it was up against Barbenheimer the very following week. Will this be the final, I guess, vanity slash action project for Tom Cruise? My best guess is probably no. I won't know until I see this movie later this year, so there it stays at number 5, most anticipated reviews for the year. Coming in at number 4 is pretty surprising. Yeah, this is a screen rant thumbnail because, long story short, there's no official poster for Transformers 1. For those who don't know, I have a mixed relationship with the Transformers franchise. I am a guy from the 90s, not a guy from the 80s who grew up with G1 Transformers. From what I've heard about this movie so far is that there's going to be a first-time director, not that surprising with this franchise at this point, post-Bay. However, the reason why you're seeing Chris Hemsworth here is because he's going to be voicing an animated version of Optimus, which means they're finally going to get around to doing a full prequel movie of just being in Cybertron that I think Bumblebee was trying to showcase in their first 20 minutes of that movie. So if it pans out, it'll pan out. Oh, by the way, I'll tie this here since I'm talking about it with Ghostbusters 4. My apologies, I forgot the name of the title. I might have done a review of the trailer when it dropped last year. Card if that's true. I'll probably talk more about both these movies later this year. So, for the top 3, Ballerina. This is the Ana de Armas John Wick spin-off series. For those who saw my TV playlist, I didn't put the Continental playlist, spin-off in that review, mainly because I didn't have time to finish the show, and more importantly, it was getting a little played out for a spin-off show. Also, I was beta testing as a Jason light review to talk about something during the strikes, and then last minute I kind of bailed, mainly because, again, like I said in the top 5, yeah, not Michael Bay. Mel Gibson was going to Mel Gibson in that show, and it was pretty jarring and cringy, him trying to bring back his, like, Lethal Weapon era edge. It was very confusing getting to the point. As for this movie, I really don't know much other than Armaderos is going to be a spin-off successor to John. I don't know if it's going to take place after Chapter 4. This is the only poster that has been out so far publicly, I think on IMDB down below. I'll leave that in the links as usual. So with that all said, I'm anticipated to see what will happen. I'm almost certain Arna Dowers will do a decent job with the action. I'm almost certain she had action history with the Gray Man. I think 2 years ago as of right now. I'll card that trailer if you want to get a showcase of what her action might be, and I think her stunt coordination will be just fine there. As for the gear that you see here in the poster, I'm almost undoubtedly certain that most of these weapons will show up in the traditional shootouts that the John Wick franchise is known for, so I'll try my best not to be full gun nerd by the time this movie comes out. So, on to the last two, is pretty surprising, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, cards of the trailer, because I didn't think, they would do a movie after, War of the Planet of the Apes a few years ago, but, it's under a new direction. I think there's only a handful of people from the original trilogy that is coming back. It is very Caesar-less, because now it's, like, catched up to the original timeline of the 60s and 70s movies of its namesake, so it's going to be a very interesting what would happen after Caesar, after the fact, and while we're becoming the traditional series at this point. So last up is Deadpool 3. So I'm gonna get my figure form out here for mainly posterity's sake, in case I need a thumbnail. Sorry for that. This is kind of how the sausage gets made here on the channel, guys, so bear with me. So my overall thoughts with Deadpool 3 is the same thing I said when the news was coming out last year. I'm very anticipated. This is going to be the only only Marvel project. Sorry, I am getting confused. Also, I guess as the secret, tie for this as well, my thoughts on Joker 2, Valia 2, getting to the point, is going to definitely be a Jason video when that comes out later next year as well. As for this movie, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what they'll do post literally everything Marvel Fox first going into now MCU. This will be the first time, obviously, Deadpool will be in the MCU proper, so they'll probably, knowing Ryan's writing over the years with this character, he'll probably do more shots at, like, the last gasp of what was 20th century era Marvel before going into the MCU. The fact that we have Jackman back again as Wolverine with traditional costume, no less, is nothing short of a miracle. There have been so many countless X-Men fans who have been watching the live-action movies, wishing that he could have the traditional costume just once in these movies. The fact that we're probably going to get a whole movie around it, or if anything, a whole act around it, in case, I don't know, he gets dismissive during the movie. Already assuming what the plot's going to be. No word yet of what the plot is, because, again, this was just getting shot when the strikes just happened last year, so we won't know till then. So, that, for now, is my top 5 most anticipated videos of, reviews of the year when it comes to my channel, when it comes to movies. I won't have time to do a TV playlist, because most of what I've been watching is in the same rotation you guys have been seeing the last couple of years. I'm very much aware that Arcane just got its second season trailer drop, so last card's there, in case you guys want to see that. I am not a League of Legends fan. I don't know if I did the original show in my top 5s when that was out back in 2021. So I'll check that in the back catalog just in case, and if not, I'll probably do a traditional review of Season 1 going into Season 2, like I'm planning to do with Blue-Eyed Samurai when that gets to Season 2 later down the road. So with that all being said, go to all these figures that I still need to make reviews for, and to hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel as usual, previous playlists as usual for the Critical Role shorts, and go to even more figures that I have to review. Yeah, I had a really good Christmas, in case you could tell, if you saw the top 5s last year. Sub to the channel, hit the notification bell down below. I am a very still all together, but still not as confused skeleton-wise Retrokid review, saying let's get the 2024 done. At least something, right? And for Deadpool 3 and most of the movies I've mentioned in this top 5, can't wait to watch all your movies. And like always, I hope it doesn't suck. Take care.